Darrell Burrows, a right-hander from the Empire State, gets the starting assignment here. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, you can tell by this strikeout to walk ratio 2-to-1 that this guy is more a pitch to contact guy than a strikeout walk guy.
Stepping up to the plate, Freddie Santiago. He will lead this one off today.
The afternoon for the Cubs, the third baseman, Freddie Santiago.
First pitch of the at-bat. Line drive to center field, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So here in the first inning, the leadoff man's aboard to kick things off.
Hey guys, loud contact right out of the gate. I like where this is headed. Let's hope that this is the start of just a monster offensive output by both sides.
At the plate, J.C. Embry. He swings and grounds it to short. And this is going to get through for a base hit. So the top two in the lineup are on to start the afternoon.
Hey, there's another base knock right there. A hitting streak now up to 8 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, 8 games now. Man, we're starting to think about it a little bit. You know, you get past that week, you just know you're locked in. They start talking 8 games, now you're like, all right, I got a nice little hitting streak going.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Grounded back up the middle. He'll go to the bag for one. On to first, and they get the double play.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, Ryan Buckner.
Now at the plate, Ryan Buckner swinging it well so far in this series. He's 3 for 9. First pitch on its way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And Dan Dero, the Blue Jays, as they enter play here this afternoon. They've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, both the first 2 games of this series have been nail biters, but they've been able to find a way to win. And if you're going to the postseason, you need to be good in one-run games.
No doubt about it, Dero. They always say, hey, it's easy to win those blowout games that get out of hand. But there have been 2 nail-biters so far in this one. They've won both, and they'd like nothing more to continue their winning ways and win this one here today.
2-1 the count. Two and 2. Now time to list the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Jerry Hillsdale.
Dero, Jerry Hillsdale might be one of the more solid everyday umpires in the league right now.
Yeah, I think he's one of the best in the business, Dan. High praise all around. You go into both meetings with the managers, and what do? They
got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. 1 left for the Cubs, and now the Blue Jays will get their initial shot. No score. Alex Happ, a right-hander from Illinois, will be the starter here. Dan, any thoughts?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
Digging in now, Jonathan Rizzolo. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Rizzolo.
Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1. Dan Dero, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. Despite the loss last time out, they enter this one in good shape. Winners in 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matty, taking a look at the standings right here. This team has a nice lead, comfortable. You always want to find yourself in a position where you're about 5 to 9 games, got the advantage. You don't. One series isn't going to totally kill you in the standings, and this team's sitting pretty right now. Now it's swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Happ has compiled over 65 innings of work, and through those innings he's posted a whip a little under 1.5. Certainly something he'd like to improve on. Sent on the ground out to second. Scooped up, and he will whip this one over to first in time for the out.
Batting second, the second baseman, Alfonso Vargas.
Now batting, Alfonso Vargas. He had a homer in the ballgame yesterday afternoon. Here's the first pitch to him. Bases are empty, one man out. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Hit down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, but it bends just foul into the second deck. Now another 2-2. Hit out towards second, reined in, and the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
Batting third, the center fielder, David Santos.
So striding forward now, David Santos. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now here it comes. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
3-0 now.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had the green light here. Matter of fact, I know he's got the green light here. He's looking for something set or cut, and he's looking to do damage.
Loud contact there, but it's well foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit the other way out toward right field. Sosa is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Nothing in the Toronto first. We'll go to the second from Rogers Center with no score. Stepping in, Sito Suzuki, hoping to stay hot. He had a couple of hits, including a home run yesterday. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Suzuki is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in our sport.
Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Well, today's ball game provides the Blue Jays with a chance to end the series on a really high note, of course. A win will complete the sweep.
You know, and it's not an easy thing to complete a sweep, particularly in this day and age where the games and the teams are so competitive. So a sweep at home would be extra special.
Outside in a full count, 3-2. And one thing that would certainly help their cause in going for the sweep is if they can break out the big bats like they did yesterday. Several home runs in that ball game.
It's not easy to hit home runs with this day and age with guys throwing with increased velocity. They were knocking the ball out of the ballpark all day yesterday. They'd like to save a couple of those and use them in this game today.
Stepping into the box, Pete Armstrong, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. throw over to the bag, and he'll get back in standing. From the stretch. Outside with the off-speed pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Now a move over to first. Back in standing. The 2-0 on the way.
Ball 3.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
.30 pitch. And boy, that misses as well. It's back-to-back walks to start out the inning.
We knew coming into this game that this guy has a tendency to give up a lot of free passes, and history repeats itself as he's already given up 2 walks here. I'll tell you, effectively wild is a pretty tough thing to be.
Striding forward now is the DH, Jesse Padilla. He's assuming the role of DH in this interleague matchup.
Yeah, Matt, that's one of the funny things about National League teams playing in AL ballparks. All of a sudden the lineup kind of changes dramatically. But the cool thing is it gets more guys a chance to get some at-bats or time in the field.
Fastball off the plate away for ball 1. Suzuki at second, Armstrong at first with no outs. A ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner. 2-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Digging in, Nicholas Horner. 2 hits in 8 tries for the series. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Fastball too high to start him out here. 1-0. This year against right-handed pitching, Horner carries a batting line a little over the 260 mark. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now. The 2-0. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. Subcheck will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the 2nd out of the inning.
Batting 9th, the catcher, Jimmy Grimes.
At the plate, Jimmy Grimes, and there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A ball and no strikes.
1-0.
No score here as we play inning number 2. A high strike there, and it's 1-1.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
Swing and a miss on what appeared to be the palm ball. It's 1-2. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Stepping in for the Jays, Ryan Subchak. In 8 at-bats in the series, he's collected 3 hits.
Ryan Subchak.
First pitch of the at-bat.
0-1.
The 0-1 pitch.
1-1. You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
And that's upstairs, running the count to 3-1.
They know the threat this guy possesses at the plate. I know it's 3-1 in this situation right here, but I can't imagine anything comes over the heart of the plate.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes.
Can't lose, Bull.
Struck him out.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
In now, Danny Gutierrez.
He swings and sends it on a line to right center.
He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double.
And this might be the kind of AB that gets him out of that slump. Smart hitting here, just going with the pitch, using the whole field instead of trying to do too much. The results speak for themselves.
Standing in, Vladimir Guerrero. He begins playing this one with his batting average over the .310 plateau. He's set. Here it comes. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. The 1-1 home. Pitch in the dirt, and that scoots right on by. And he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. Just hung in there on that one. Fastball just inside.
He's a veteran out on that mound. He understands he has to establish that inside fastball to open up the outer half of the plate.
Bottom of the second here with no score. Full count, 3-2. Here comes the payoff pitch, and he got him.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Into the box, Doug Mesoraco, as he'll take a look at ball one. He enters play here at 288, 8 home runs and 31 RBIs. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. 2 out here and a runner at second. Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch. But if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
Here's the 2-1. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. Right to him. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. 1 left for Toronto. We'll move to the third with no score. All set for the start of the inning, and standing in is the veteran third baseman, Freddie Santiago. First offering on its way. And that's in there for strike one.
Hey, I'm surprised he went to that spot in his zone. This guy's known for being a down and in hitter. Don't expect too many pitches going in that spot.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Now a swing, and he pops him up. This is right out in front of the mound. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number one.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Now at the plate, J.C. Embry. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, Matty, pressure's off right now. He extended his hitting streak that last plate appearance. Now he gets to get back into his zone, work on his craft, and try and drive something in the gap.
Lifted the other way down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1. Now a swing, and he pops him up. This is right out in front of the mound. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
The right fielder, number 21, Sammy Sosa.
Ready for another chance. Sammy Sosa 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball too high, and it's 1-0.
Hey, they say solos won't kill us, but I gotta believe this guy's looking to do exactly that.
Looked like a slider perhaps, but it missed badly, and it's 2-0.
Not even close with the 1-0. He needs to get back in his zone, but be careful. Work the quadrants.
Got himself a 2-0 fastball there, but he couldn't connect. 2-1. This is foul right side. Here now the 2-2. Oh, got him looking at the two-seamer, and that'll end it. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Home half of the third coming up. No score.
Welcome back as the Blue Jays look to get their bats going in the third inning. And you can say they've been trying to do that pretty much all year. One coach told me before the game, there are certainly plenty of areas for us to improve offensively. But first and foremost, we need to start by putting the ball in play more often. There's too much swing and miss in our game. And the stats do back that up, as they currently rank near the bottom of the league in strikeouts. So that appears to be an area of emphasis going forward, guys.
All right, thanks, Heidi.
Leading up.
Digging in, Nick Franklin. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
Well, if you're looking for pop, he definitely has more pop, more home run potential hitting from the left side. This is his power side.
And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Hit out towards second. He's got it. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
And this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He really didn't have a chance to get his feet set, so this is all arm. Nicely done.
Stepping up now, Nate Hill. He's gone 0 for his first 6 at-bats in the series so far. Now here's the pitch. A 1 pitch on its way. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2.
Interested to see what the pitcher goes to now. After getting that late hack on the curveball, does he speed him up with some velocity?
A 1-2 count to the Blue Jays signal caller. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Again, a 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Another try at 2-2. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this is a foul ball. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. And it's fouled away. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
Now a swing and a fly ball. And it's a foul ball.
You can visibly see the body language of this guy on the mound is completely changed during this at-bat. 6 foul balls has to be completely frustrating him that he can't put him away.
And this is taken for the out.
The designated hitter, number 4, Jonathan Rizzolo.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Jonathan Rizzolo. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. And he lays off for ball 1.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, down.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. 2 out, nobody on. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Suzuki is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. All set for the start of the fourth. And next it'll be the switch-hitting first baseman, Ryan Buckner.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
1-1 the count to the Cubs first baseman. Good pitch there, had him a little out in front.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
And this is swung on and missed, and this fourth inning will start the same way he ended the third, with a strikeout, and there's 1 away.
Wow, this guy's mowing right through this lineup right now, but that's what happens when you don't get a chance to see a pitcher very often. That's one of the things that are helpful when you're pitching in interleague games. It's always a good advantage for the pitcher because the hitters don't get to see that guy very often.
Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Back up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
Hey Dan, this guy's having a monster series on the road. Were you aware of the home road splits?
I think every player is, and sometimes this is a matter of being either comfortable on the mound or comfortable in a batter's box in some visiting ballparks, and some guys quite frankly like it better on the road than they do at home.
Pete Armstrong is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Popped up. Franklin is there, and that's the second out of the inning.
The batter, number 3, designated hitter, Padilla.
Now it'll be the Cubs DH, Jesse Padilla. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch outs will stick with you a little longer.
Before the first pitch, a check at first. Has a look, now the pitch. Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike 1. Runners going. Pitch inside. The throw is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely.
That's a great call from the dugout to put the runner in motion that time. With 2 outs and a good hitter at the plate, it's a pretty low-risk play. If he's out, you still got the same good hitter leading off the next inning. But if he's safe, he's in scoring position and a lot easier to drive in.
Outside, 2-1. Taken, strike 2 called, and it's even at 2-2.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes. Cubs strand 1. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th, and set to go is the second baseman, Alfonso Vargas. First pitch of the at-bat. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call. Nearly got the inside, but ruled a ball. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. So digging in now, David Santos. He flew out at his last at-bat. First offering on its way. 0-1 the count. Now the pitch. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors in the game for Toronto. A ball and 2 strikes now. Well outside with the curveball for a ball.
So you'd love for him to offer at that one, but the execution was flawless. Nice curveball that starts in the zone and breaks just out. Just a great take by the batter.
And he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted.
Now batting, left fielder, Ryan Subcheck.
Now at the plate, Ryan Subcheck comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch coming, here it is. A bouncer up the middle, scooped up. Off balance throw, gets him. Nice play there as the side is retired. Blue Jays go down in order through 4. Still tied, 0-0. Back now here at Rogers Center, and here's Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far, and he really emphasized that they're not doing a very good job capitalizing on run-scoring opportunities. They've had their opportunities with runners in scoring position, but still have 0 hits to show for it in those situations. He said repeatedly not coming through with the big hit can wear on you as a team, but in this sport, you have to dwell on the positives. He's confident they'll find a way to break through sooner or later.
Thank you, Heidi.
Nicholas Horner.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Nicholas Horner is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Now the pitch. 1-0 pitch is a slider, swung on and missed, 1-1. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Ew, was that ugly? You could probably throw anything out there to this guy. He'd swing at the rosin bag if you throw it up there.
And there's a line drive, base hit to left field.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8 of 9 hole hitters are solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days you're not seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield or outfield. If you're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you could swing the bat.
Standing in now, Jimmy Grimes. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Set to deliver the 0-1. Tight break with the slider there, catches the inside for a strike.
You got to cover the whole plate now after letting him steal 2 strikes on the inside half.
Easy fly ball into shallow center field. Center fielder coming on. He's there and records the first out.
Now batting, third baseman, Freddie Santiago.
Digging in once again, Freddie Santiago, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Loves hitting left-handed off of right-handed pitchers, hitting over 300 against right-handed pitching.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. throw over to first, and a dive, but he's back. The 1-0 delivery. Right side. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
I think the whole ballpark knew he was going to go with the sinker right there to induce the double play. The only problem is he can't guarantee it's going to be hit right at one of his infielders. Tough luck.
So now to the plate, J.C. Embry, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. No runs, 5 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. And it's belted high and deep into right center. Gone! So a 3-run shot to right center field, the 297th of his career, and the Cubs have taken a 3-0 lead.
No surprise with that swing of the bat. This guy is simply one of the best in the game right now. There's not too many guys that take a beautiful hack like that in the league.
So striding in, Sammy Sosa. And Dan, after that home run, it looks like they might be able to end this losing streak that they've been mired in.
Yeah, and a win at this level feels really good, especially when it's been a while. They're on their way if they can play well the rest of the game.
First pitch on its way. And they start him out with a slider. Good spot, but he doesn't get the call. 1-0.
Now for 4 innings, he was great. But here in the 5th, he looks like a completely different guy out there. That happens a lot when a pitcher is facing batters for the 2nd or 3rd time in a game.
Fouled off. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And now it'll kick around in the corner. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
Yeah, and I think he might have lulled himself into a false sense of security out there. Prior to this inning, he was pitching a shutout, but now he's starting to look a little off.
At the plate, Ryan Buckner has gone down on strikes twice already in this one. And Dan, when you know you have a chance to hand someone a hat trick for the game, is there any extra motivation to punch him out again?
Hey, there's no doubt about that, Matt. When you have a good hitter like this and you've punched him out twice already, you just want to continue to go out there and make good pitches and see if you can't dominate him for a 3rd time.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
No, that's down.
Now some definite signs of life in that Toronto bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander begin to throw. 3 runs already home here. Set up away, but he misses with the palm ball for ball 2.
A couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
2-0, here it is.
Nope, upstairs.
This is a spot you like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Still only 1 out in the inning. And he fouls this one off. The next 3-2.
Hey, 3 foul balls in a row right here, searching for that put away stuff.
Payoff pitch one more time. And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
And with first base open, the last thing he wanted to do was give him something to hit in the heart of the zone. So no harm done. Force out anywhere now.
So now the Jays manager will make his way out toward the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll make his way to the dugout after working just 4 1/3, and he just didn't have his best stuff in this one. James Blackburn takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are 2 on with only 1 away.
James Blackburn.
At the plate, Sito Suzuki. 3 across so far in the inning, and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's really starting to get away from them on the defensive side of the ball. Stranding the rest of those guys out here feels absolutely essential for them at this point.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Nope.
Still only 1 out in the inning. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
The 1-1 is strike 2 swinging.
You chase a pitch that bad outside the zone, you got to find a way to regroup, adjust the batting gloves, only look over the heart of those 17 inches.
Runners are at first and second with 1 away. And this one's in the dirt, and a nice job to keep the runners at bay as the count moves to 2-2. This is on the ground over to first. 1 there. Throw on to first won't be in time, so they just get the 1 there.
That was kind of a high degree of difficulty play that time. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and he couldn't get a lot on it, but they did get the out.
Ready for another shot now. Pete Armstrong. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him.
1-0.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Runners on first and third, 2 away. And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Jesse Padilla would be next. The 3-2 pitch. And look out. That's in very tight, and it's ball 4.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, a single probably drives in a couple of runs.
Next will be the designated hitter, Jesse Padilla. One of the bigger spots in the ball game so far. Base is juiced now with 2 away. First pitch coming. Here it is.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. Fouled away. Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Count remains 2-2. Out in front as he rolls over it to second. Reined in. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. But the Cubs do get 3 on the 3-run home run. On to the bottom of the 5th. It's 3-0 Chicago. Back now here at Rogers Center, and here's Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Blue Jays to discuss his thoughts on his team's lineup so far. And he told me, overall, he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've only managed 1 base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
Thank you, Heidi. Striding into the box, Danny Gutierrez. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
Fastball in there for a called strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. No contact there, and it's 1-2. Now here's the pitch. Grounded weakly toward third. Fielded cleanly. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
The batter, the third baseman, Vladimir Guerrero.
Now to the plate, Vladimir Guerrero. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Hey.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
A windup and the 0-1. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Now a fastball runs inside and drills him. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Well, he's really been good all game long until that one. He was definitely not trying to hit a guy when he's got 2 strikes on him. It just appeared that it got away from him.
Digging in to try it again, Doug Mesoraco. Here comes the first pitch. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike one. Runners on first with one down. Hit back up the middle. And that's through for a hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Into the box now, Nick Franklin, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Has a look, now the pitch.
A time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Two-0 count, the pitch. Outside, 3-0 now.
If I'm in the box right now, I'm coming unglued. He is going to throw something over the heart of the plate.
First and second now, one man out. That one's in there, 3-1.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove in one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And he misses with that one. Ball 4, and that's going to load the bases now with still only one away.
Well, he loses them there, but that's just the first walk he's given up, along with a couple of hits, so his command has been pretty solid so far.
Coming to the plate now, Nate Hill. He's set, and the pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
Props to the hitter right there for laying off with a guy on third. You want to be aggressive, but you have to get a pitch you can drive.
Grounded up the first baseline. Oh, what a stop on the slide. To second for one. Back to first, and they won't get them both, but they wouldn't have had any had it not been for an excellent play at first base.
Looked like that might be an inning-ending double play off the bat, but that was some great hustle to beat the throw at first. Keeps the inning alive, and more importantly, he gets an RBI because of it.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Jonathan Rizzolo, and their runners at the corners now. First offering on its way, and it's fouled away. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it's 1-1. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. And it's 2 balls and a strike to the Jays leadoff batter.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
Slider can't find the zone here, and he's behind now, 3-1.
Couldn't be a whole lot better situation to hit in now. 3-1, 2 on. He's got to be thinking he's going to get a pitch he can drive right here.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Runners on first and third, 2 away. And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away. And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here. Ready once again, Alfonso Vargas, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. Two out, bases loaded. Down and away, ball one.
Clearly, this is a tough situation to be on the mound, but the key here is minimizing. They're up by 2, so if he could find a way to get out of this bases loaded jam by only giving up 1 run, that would be clutch.
That nibbled the corner there, but missed 2-1.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Takes that one a little bit low. 3 balls and a strike now.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. The next 3-2. And another foul ball. Now this is on the ground to second. Is he going to get out of this? Over to first. He does get out of it, and the inning is over. Blue Jays forced to settle for just the 1. 5 innings complete. It's the Cubs 3 and the Blue Jays 1. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and stepping up is the shortstop, Nicholas Corner. First pitch coming. Here it is. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Subcheck is underneath this one. 1 pitch, 1 away.
Now batting, catcher, Jimmy Grimes.
Coming to the plate now, Jimmy Grimes. First pitch on its way. And now the Blue Jays get a left-hander up and throwing in their bullpen. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. Well hit. Deep down the right field line. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Well, you know what? Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, D-Row. And to be able to hang in there on an 0-2 pitch and still be able to get a base hit, this guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I'm blown away by this guy, Dan. You wouldn't know if you showed up. You wouldn't know if it's 2-0, 3-1, 0-2. Counts do not matter. This guy trusts in his craft.
To the plate now, Freddie Santiago, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. One ball and 1 strike to the Cubs leadoff batter. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Mesoraco is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
The batter, number 7, second baseman,
J.C. Embry will stand in as he's accounted for one of the biggest at-bats of the game so far. A 3-run shot back in the 5th that's really energized his ball club. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. One left for the Cubs as the lead remains 3-1. Stepping in, David Santos. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
First pitch coming, here it is. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
Man, this guy's had their number all game long. Up, down, in and out. He's pitching very well.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Here it comes.
I got to count 2-2.
Hey, this is a real pesky hitter right here. As a pitcher, you really like to keep this guy off the bases. This is a guy that kind of sets the tables for big innings.
Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And gone. An absolute bomb. A solo shot here to left. 12 home runs for him now thus far. And the Blue Jays have cut that lead to 3-2 now.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Here comes the Chicago skipper now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to make a move, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So a good job all in all this afternoon, and as it stands, he can only win this one as he departs with a 1-run lead. Ronnie Wickert takes over on the mound here with nobody out in the 6th inning.
Chicago, number 0, Ronnie Wickert.
At the plate now, Ryan Subcheck. He'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. No hits to this point. The 1-0. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. All even now, 2-2. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full. Danny Gutierrez waits on deck. Now the 3-2 pitch. All over that one, but a little out in front. Foul ball. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Fouled off. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going.
I know the fans love the souvenirs, but the battle between the pitcher and batter right here is what makes the game great.
And he'll get to see another one. It'll be the 10th pitch of this at-bat. Another full count pitch home. This is indeed a battle. The 11th pitch coming up. Good battle. Count remains full. Another full count pitch home. Ground ball sent back up the middle. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3.
Now batting, the first baseman, Danny Gutierrez.
Into the box, Danny Gutierrez. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Now the 1-0 is a curveball taken low for a ball. Three and 0 now. And he will take ball 4. First and second now with nobody out.
Now batting, the third baseman, Vladimir.
Ready now, Vladimir Guerrero. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up.
Yeah, Matty, you're not lying. Last time up, squared right in the back. Hopefully it doesn't stiffen up. I want to see if he can get through something right here.
First delivery to him on the way. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. First and second here with nobody out. And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. And this is swung on and missed. And boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Standing in now, Doug Mesoraco, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. The 0-1 delivery. Offered it a low one there, but came up empty.
Hey, you know the pitcher right now, he's looking for that best friend, that double play ball. This is where you have to really be disciplined at the plate and make sure that you get a pitch that's above the knees that you can get in the air.
And he popped him up. Embry ranging into shallow right. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Nick Franklin.
Digging in the switch hitter, Nick Franklin. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery.
Yep. That ball went out.
2 men are on with 2 men out. Had him out in front there as he takes strike 1 on the circle change. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Sosa will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Jays get one back on the solo home run. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up to start the 7th. It's the Cubs 3, the Blue Jays 2. Charles Kelsey will come on now to make his 30th appearance of the year so far.
Number 29, Charles Kelsey.
In now, Sammy Sosa.
Leading off for the Cubs, the right fielder, Sammy Sosa.
First pitch on its way. Hops this one up. Gutierrez ranging into the outfield. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Ryan Buckner.
The next Cub up, Ryan Buckner. He's hitless coming into this at-bat, so the hit streak he's been riding is on the line here.
Yeah, he's up in the double digits with it. You know, he wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well could be the last chance to do that.
From the stretch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. And it's quickly 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. This one's down to third. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Up next for the Cubs, the left fielder, Tito Suzuki.
Striding in once again, Sito Suzuki. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball, that's just out.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he fouls this one off. The 1-1 is taken for ball 2. Fouled away. Here now the 2-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
Now the payoff pitch home. Gets him swinging. He struck him out. Cubs are down in order, but they still lead it 3-2.
7th inning, correct.
Last half of the 7th here, and next to hit is the catcher, Nate Hill.
The catcher, Nate Hill.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he gets ahead 0-1.
0-1.
And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control 0-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Man, this at bat has changed quickly from 0-2 now to 2-2. A good job of plate discipline by this hitter, not chasing those pitches just off the plate.
The pitch. Got him. The slurve that time, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Oh, man, he's been absolutely getting overmatched at the plate the last couple of games. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone. So clearly this pitching staff, they figured out how to attack this guy. We'll see if he can make any adjustments.
In now, Jonathan Rizzolo. As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The 1-0. Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. That's on the outside corner. Count 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
Action pitch right here, 2-2. The last thing you want to do is to fall behind and count 3-2.
Swing and a miss. Boy, that thing's moving pretty good. 2 gone.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
Stepping in now, Alfonso Vargas. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Now here's the pitch. And a slurve, but this is in the dirt for a ball. Two and 2 now with 2 away and the base is empty. Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
2 ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say that's a great AB. Down 0-2 and you work the walk. But if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
Digging in and looking for more, David Santos, man at first after the 2-out walk.
The last at bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
0-1. Here it comes. Taken off the outside as the breaking ball couldn't catch the corner. 2 out with the man at first. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
This is on the ground over to first. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. 8th inning coming up. The Cubs are on top 3-2. Jason Jaquez will come on in relief here and appear in game number 25 on the year so far. Ready to begin the 8th, and next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Pete Armstrong. Here's the first pitch to him. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. The Blue Jays are looking for the sweep in this game, as we mentioned earlier, but trailing by 1, they're going to need to come from behind to do it.
This one's still well in striking distance, only trailing by 1 going late on to the game. They just need a bloop and a blast or some kind of extra base hit. This one's far from over.
And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now. And for the opposition, wrapping this up and salvaging a win would at least make their trip out of here a little more pleasant.
This could be just what the doctor ordered. Nobody likes to get swept on the road, so winning this one could be big for building back team morale.
Now a curveball here, nowhere close. That's in the dirt. It's 3-1. Here's the pitch. And a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning.
Yeah, that strategy is great when it works, but when it doesn't, it's ugly. And he was here to face 1 guy, and he couldn't get it done.
Standing in, Jesse Padilla, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And now a swing and a miss, and that's what you call establishing the inside part of the plate. It's strike 1, and the runner back easily. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. Nobody out, runner on first. Now a throw over. Throw is up the line as it gets away. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw.
You know, I think he tried to be even quicker with his pickoff throw over the first that time than the move he showed earlier. And when you do that, sometimes your feet and arm aren't in sync, and it causes you to throw it away just like that one.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. In the dirt here. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
That can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball has gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it. He was there, and now he's only 90 feet away.
The 2-1 home is taken, ball 3.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
Thought it was ball 4, but it's in there, 3-2.
This is going to be an interesting at bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. And it's fouled away. Another full count pitch home. And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
Now batting, the shortstop, Nicholas.
Into the box now, Nicholas Corner. First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. So far this season, Horner is carrying around a sparkling slugging percentage up over 500. Obviously a huge threat every time he grabs a bat. A ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. Now a fly ball, but far too shallow to get that run in. And he has delivered one of the biggest at-bats of the afternoon as he cashes in with a base hit.
Dan, that's a huge insurance run right there. Has to feel good as a hitter right there to not only get a ribby knock, but to give your team a little bit of breathing room.
It does, and it makes your pitcher go out there with a little bit more free and easy frame of mind instead of going in a one-run game where every pitch is so important. You're one pitch away from a solo tying the game up. That's not the case now.
So now to the plate, Jimmy Grimes fouled off. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. From the stretch.
The count is 2-1.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
Now the double steal is on here. A swing and a ball to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. And this will add on to their lead. It's now a 5-2 ball game.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
Peter Bronson comes on now in an awfully difficult situation as there are 2 on here with nobody out. Into the box now, Freddie Santiago, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. Ready with the 0-1. Down the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. None out, runners at first and second. And he'll take strike 3 called, and he needed that one badly on the mound. 1 away. Now at the plate, J.C. Embry. He's 2 for 4 in the ballgame.
Embry.
First offering on its way. And that misses for ball 1.
There are a couple of points in every game that could decide winning or losing. This is one of those critical spots. Time to make some great pitches.
Still only 1 out in the inning. Two balls and no strikes.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
Strike taken as that one crosses over the inside part of the plate.
That's an impressive pitch right there. If you're willing to throw a changeup on 2-0, that tells me that's a pitch you feel really confident with.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
High chopper to third, and an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow!
Now batting, right fielder, Sammy Sosa.
Digging in, Sammy Sosa. He's 1 for 4 for the game. First pitch on its way.
Nope, that's the ball. Ball 1, no strike.
Ready with the 1-0. Hard hit toward the hole. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. But the recovery is too late at first, and the run is in to score.
Well, that makes it a 4-run deficit, so you might have to start wondering if this is too much for them to come back. They've only been able to scratch across 2 runs the entire game so far, so coming up with 4 more in this one might be too tall of an order.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Ryan Buckner, 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his game so far. He's such a good hitter. We all kind of expect him to pick up 2 or 3 hits most of the time. That's not really how baseball works, though.
Now a throw over to first, and he'll be back in standing up. First pitch coming. Here it is. A swing and a ground ball to third. And that is through into left field, a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. It's a 7-2 ball game.
The left fielder, Suzuki.
At the plate now, Suzuki, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. 4 runs here in this half inning. Slider laid off for a ball. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Cubs lead this one 7-2. And now the Toronto number 4 hitter, Ryan Subchak. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
2-0 to the Jays left fielder.
If you've been paying attention, the guy on the mound does not want to come inside. If I'm at the plate, I'm leaning out over.
2 balls and a strike.
2-1.
Hit to third. And that's the first out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Danny Gutierrez.
So stepping in, Danny Gutierrez. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. Now the pitch.
1-0. Ball. 2-0.
The 2-0 on the way. And there's a base hit on the line.
You never want to beat a pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump, but this guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
Into the box, Vladimir Guerrero. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Set to deliver the 0-1. And this one's in the dirt, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Runners on first with 1 down. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Hit hard back up the middle. There's one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. They're down 5. It's 7-2. Rafael De La Cruz
enters the game from the pen, and because this is a non-save situation, it's evident that they're just trying to get him some work after having not thrown in several days.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
Pete Armstrong stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. Line to the right side. Mesoraco is there. 1 quick out to start inning number 9.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Into the box, Jesse Padilla. First pitch coming. Here it is. In there, and it's 0-1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Fastball called for strike 2.
He's had to be sitting out over that outer half of the plate. For him to take those first 2 pitches right there, finds himself 0-2. I'll be surprised if the pitcher doesn't go right back to that spot.
Might have jammed him a little there as this is softly hit and foul off to the left.
He got a mistake right there, but missed it. Can't foul that pitch off in a big spot. 0-2 count. Heater caught too much of the zone.
And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Count is 1 and 2.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch, and for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
In now, Nicholas Horner, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball. 1-0. De La Cruz has a good reputation for preventing the long ball. One swing can change the complexion of the ball game when you're coming in late, but he rarely lets that happen. Part of what makes him as effective as he is. Inside corner, a ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
grounder down the line at third. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. Bottom part of the order, 7, 8, and 9 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. The Cubbies are in front, 7-2. Billy Palmer is ready, and he'll take the ball from the manager.
Number 28, Billy Palmer.
All set for the bottom of the 9th. Digging in is the outfielder, Doug Mesoraco.
Doug Mesoraco.
First delivery to him on the way. The windup and the 0-1.
Ball, that's out.
Hard hit at third. And there's one down now.
Now batting, shortstop, Nick Franklin.
Settling in now, Nick Franklin, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Pretty well hit deep down the line in right, but that's back into the seats. Foul. Lifted down the line in left. Santiago in foul ground, and this will fall, but it's a foul ball. 1 out, nobody on. Another one sent foul. The 1-2 freezes him on the inside. Strike 3.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys on this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
To the plate now, Nate Hill, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Cut fastball above the letters, a ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon.
You got to be paying attention as an offense in a hitter's meeting in this situation. When you got a guy on the mound that you know the bottom can drop out of any pitch he throws, you have to elevate your sights.
Final strike for the Blue Jays. And he fouls this one off. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Two out, nobody on. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Another 2-2 offering. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
7-2 the final score this afternoon. Chicago used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Alex Happ earns win number 7 on the season. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.